Café Anyway. Hello.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to FF episode 2689, 2689, and Mike Matthews, and a show that's simply called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Let's pick apart the reasons why it's called Mike's Daily Podcast. It could be because I am really fast with my lyrics. Nah, that's not it. I don't know what to sing about as I sit here at Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I would like to say hello out to everybody listening today. If you're listening on
Mike's
Friday the 13th.
Daily
No!
Podcast.
Last Friday was Friday the 13th.
Yeah!
Actually, every Friday I've had this year has been a Friday the 13th. But I guess it's Friday the 13th. It's also, wow, National Yorkshire Pudding Day. I don't even know what that is, really. My dad used to make that. Isn't that something with the egg? And, I wonder if I can really quickly and stealthily, and yes, it is something to do with prime rib. That's right. My dad apparently was really good at making prime rib. He never made it for me, but my mom said that was how he wooed her, was with the thing. Yorkshire pudding is a dessert, is not to be confused with a dessert. It's a traditional English dish similar to a popover. The dish is made from a batter and usually served with roast meat and gravy. Cooks in the north of England devised a means of using the fat that dropped into the dripping pans. Oh, that's healthy. Leave it to the British to find any kind of healthy food.
Holding court with Lady Katie.
Lady Katie.
Lady Katie.
Have you heard of it's called a full English?
And here's today's podcast.
It's like a
picture.
breakfast with ham and grease and bacon and everything, butter. It's all the good stuff that you don't really need in your body. And I'm so trying to avoid. The podcast picture will not be of me because the past couple ones have been. I think we'll go with some nice picture from, let's see, the time we went to Half Moon Bay recently. I don't think I've posted all the cool pictures from that. Was it Abed? I forget his name. From Community. Oh, the late great Battles of the Boxer. Yes, and of course he used to love to go to Half Moon Bay. We went there all the time together. So much fun. Now, I don't know if you ever had Yorkshire pudding. What's that noise? Is somebody backing up into the cafe anyway? Oh, look out. Hope they look where they're going. Cooks in the north of England devised a means of using the fat. They created a batter pudding while the meat roasted in the oven. In 1737, one such cook published a recipe for a dripping pudding in The Whole Duty of a Woman. Okay, I guess wow. That's how it was, everybody. I guess that was their recipe book. It was called The Whole Duty of a Woman?
The Royal Trump Tweet Decree.
In 1747, Hannah Glass published similar instructions in The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy. She named the recipe Yorkshire pudding.
Fabagoo. Things to do.
These savory popovers open up a world of possibility when it comes to fillings. While the gravy is traditional, you can add cheese, eggs, your favorite protein of any type. We just call it protein. We're afraid of saying the word meat.
You will travel into the incredible universe.
Or herby filling. If you have more of a sweet tooth, you can add chocolate, caramel, cream cheese, whatever.
This show is clean.
So to observe Yorkshire Pudding Day, why don't you try eating it? If you're likely to find it,
pretty much.
let's see, if you're looking for it, you're likely to find it in a pub-like setting on the East Coast.
I got through that. I got into it.
So that is all from nationaldaycalendar.com. Fascinating. There is also something else fascinating about today that it is also National No Bra Day.
Magnification.
The day promotes breast cancer awareness because that is also today. It also helps raise money for research. Many women who have survived breast cancer are unable to go without a bra as they need to hold their prosthesis after surgery. Additionally, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and No Bra Day should serve as a reminder for all women to be screened for breast cancer. Many types of breast cancer can be treated if caught early. Screenings and breast exams are part of the early detection process. Guys, we have our own things we've got to make sure to keep on top of the prostate.
Cassette copy.
The first line of defense is a monthly self-breast exam.
People get stuck on stupid, you know what I mean?
And there's all kinds of directions on there that I won't bore you with, but you can find out going online, asking your physician, that kind of thing. But a preventative mammogram is the last line of defense. Today's mammograms offer more vivid detail of the breast tissue. Now, baseline mammograms are provided around the age of 35 unless family history indicates sooner. It provides a comparison view for your physician should something develop later down the line. Women age 40 and over are recommended to receive yearly preventative mammograms. So, tell me, nationaldaycalendar.com, how is one to observe No Bra Day? It says, take charge of your health and make an appointment for a mammogram. Encourage others to do the same. Learn the best time and way to complete a self-breast exam. Okay, well, should I or should I not wear a bra? NationalDayCalendar.com. They don't tell me.
Mike is on it, man.
Go where no man has gone before.
We love it, Mike.
Oh, yes, that is Friday the 13th. It's also National Train Your Brain Day. Really? Let's see. Where did it come from? As we go outside a Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth.
Anyway.
It doesn't say here where it came from, but it does say challenge your brain with puzzles, games, riddles.
Woo!
Whether you're playing solo or up against a team, the day is about improving your thinking power. And wasn't the other day Evidence Day? That's why I called the podcast Evidence. Did I say we went outside a Café Anyway somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth? Yes.
Anyway.
Maybe. And that's the kind of thing to keep your brain.
This is Mike's Podcast Picnic.
However, if you are listening to this on the 14th, don't forget it is National Dessert Day. And with all that healthy eating you've been doing, like eating Yorkshire pudding, what better way to keep yourself unhealthy like the British? By eating dessert. It's also Be Bald and Be Free Day, if you're listening to this on the 14th. Bared noggins take the spotlight during this holiday. Hey, so I fit in perfectly there. There's partial or total baldness. Sometimes a chrome dome is by choice.
Kathy's Corner.
Da-da-da-da-da, Kathy's Corner.
This National Day celebrates you, whether you've chosen a chrome dome from hair loss or just by deciding to shave your head. And not everyone goes bald from traditional aging and hair loss. Some lose their hair from medical treatments, making this observance extra special for these individuals as well.
When you are a man, sometimes you wear stretchy pants.
There we go. I think I've covered enough of the interesting days, don't you? But it is Mike's Daily Podcast, and there is a word daily in the title, so we look at days. And that's what we do. Outside a Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, look who's here. Hello, Michael Masters, Madame Rootabega. Honors, that was very interesting. You're bald. Ooh. That's right, Madame Rootabega, I am.
Magnification.
Look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we sure like that Yorkshire pudding day.
Yeah, Yorkshire pudding. Do you know that? Do you like British food, Madame Rootabega? Yes. Do you like German food, Madame Rootabega?
Addenda with Kevin.
guessed it. Am I good at guessing what you're going to say? No. Oh, man. Well, I lost on that one.
Later that
All right, well, the cat is meowing like crazy. He went outside. Like, we're outside a Café Anyway. We're somewhere in Podcaster Valley right now, and there are so many raccoons around these days. So he was just looking at raccoons. They're like, I don't want to mess with you. I don't know what you are, even though he's this little cat. And his name is Rocky, so that's kind of fierce. So, hey, let's say this. I'm sick of people that are lazy. Do your job. Quit with the, oh my gosh, the way people try and get out of work. I know that's not a new thing, but man, I've never been that as an employee. Yes, work smarter, not harder, but come on.
Bans mutations.
I bet Michael Jordan didn't do that. He's worth $3 billion. He's considered one of the wealthiest Forbes 400 people in America. It's not too early to book your holiday flight, by the way. Procrastination doesn't pay when it comes to holiday flights. Travel experts recommend locking in your tickets by this weekend for the best deals. Thanksgiving airfare of $268 is actually lower than it was in 2022, as well as the past 3 years. That's amazing. So it's still pretty low. Christmas flights are cheaper at $400 per flight than they were in 2022 as well. But it will cost you more than it did in 2019. I hate traveling during the holidays. I do not do it. I recommend you don't do it either. Find another time of the year when you can see your relatives, when it's nice and sunny. So many weather delays, so many problems.
Welsh on the world.
Here, Rob Black wrote this. He does the Rob Black Show. I produce his podcast, and he's on the radio. AM 1220 KDOW weekday mornings. He's on the television station Kron at 9 o'clock. And he says build in a buffer day just in case you have to reschedule with the weather delays. Expect more people on planes and staffing shortages during the busiest time of year. Another reason why not to fly during the holidays. And he suggests pay extra for nonstop to avoid missed connections. With my missed connection, I got stared in the head and the heart. That's pretty much. Oh, if you got to return, call Uber. The ride-hailing service is now offering to return pre-packaged parcels for a fee of $5 for the service or $3 for its Uber One members. That doesn't appeal to me at all, but Starbucks, which buys 3% of the world's coffee, is trying to make an Arabica bean that is more weather tolerant.
MTV News. You hear it first.
So yeah, Uber will deliver packages to UPS stores, FedEx stores, UPS post offices for $3 if customers subscribe to the company's Uber One membership, or $5 otherwise. And Meta is planning on ad-free subscription services for roughly $12 a month. That does not appeal to me at all. I don't care. I never see the ads anyway. Well, I'm never on Facebook, sometimes on Instagram, but that's for the EU. And that's all I got today, everybody. So I think I'll end it right there. I think try to eat healthy. Try to manage your cholesterol. Try to be more plant-based in your diet is the best way to go. And get a lot of sleep. Get as much sleep as you can, within a healthy way. Consult your doctor what the healthiest way to do that is. And with more ways to reach me, you can call me.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
And with other ways to reach me, it is A-Frame.
As you know, there's a real scary holiday coming up. Election Day. So to get you warmed up for it, we're going to do a Halloween show.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com.
Email Mike now at
MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.